our standing guard break and our stack pass. So first, when you're in the closed guard, you never want your hands on the ground. You want your hands on your opponent, and you want inside position. So that just means your arms inside of their arms. On the biceps, or when you're wearing the gi, on the collars, okay? Right about the chest. So first thing we're gonna do is put the collars together and get a good strong grip. Now, the left hand is gonna go to his sleeve, over his hand, in a way where the palm is facing the top of his hand, so that when I turn my palm up, like I'm doing a bicep curl, he really has nothing he can do with his hand. He has no gripping options. My elbow goes inside his leg, just to put a little bit more pressure down on his grip with his ankles. And now I'm gonna start to stand up. I wanna keep my back straight. I'm stepping up on my left leg first, since I have control of his arm. Right now, he can't counter, all right? And then I step up with the other leg, almost into like a squat or a deadlift type of position with my back straight, all right? I'm looking up, and as I start to stand up, I can let go of the collars, but keep the sleeve. And again, I want to emphasize the bicep curl aspect, completely shutting down his ability to use his right arm. Now, even if I just stood here for a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, the person's not going to be able to hold their guard. But if the person's being stubborn and they're holding on, you want to push down on the knee. Not the gi pants, because they'll slide around, but the knee. Right now, when you do that, you want to start to pinch your knees. So you see his hips haven't dropped yet, because I'm pinching my knees a little bit. Now, both arms at the same time, scoop, and I lock my hands, okay? And that's a really important thing, this concept, both arms in or both arms out. You never want to reach with one arm. You'll throw yourself right into a triangle choke. So once you open the guard here, even if their hips drop, both arms at the same time, and lock your hands around their hips. Don't think about locking on their legs. Lock on their hips. Now, up on my toes, driving forward at an angle. I want to get that 90-degree angle, and I'm using my right knee on his low back to keep his hips up. Now, my left hand will go into the collar, thumb inside with a heavy elbow, and my right hand will replace my right knee by gripping his belt. And now I'm just going to lift my head, push my chest forward, and land perpendicular to him, chest to chest. Even though my left knee is down, you can see I'm using my toes. And now I want to apply my third point pressure by lifting my knee a little bit so that my chest becomes the third point. I have my feet on the ground as the first two. And I want to put down all my weight on his chest. So I'm going to use that third point pressure to keep his back flat to the ground. Okay, so let's look at it from another angle. Hands on them, never on the collars together. Grip the sleeve over top of their hand. Elbow inside the thigh, bicep curl position with your arm. Step up on the left leg first, then the right. You see I have good squat form here, or deadlift form. My back is straight, I'm looking up. Now I'll let go of the lapels and stand up. And I want to have a slight lean backwards as well. Just puts more pressure on his ankles. Now push down on the knee. You can see I'm pinching my knees, both arms in at the same time to lock your hands around their waist. And now you're starting to get that 90-degree angle. Here you can see now my right knee behind his low back, keeping him stacked. And I'm going to get my grips. Left hand to the collar, right hand to the belt to replace my knee. Okay, now I'm moving further to that 90-degree angle, lifting my head, pushing my chest out, and landing into a modified side mount. Okay, so I'm going over the only thing I'm really doing is taking my left hand off the collar and going over his arm. Okay, and once again, third point pressure. So you just want to, that just means you want to apply all of your weight onto their chest to maintain that pin.